Hi, boys and girls. It's Teacher Kate from Shawnee Presbyterian Church's Virtual Sunday School. Welcome back. I'm so happy that you are here with me this week to learn more about Jesus and his love for us. We are going to be reading from a new book called The Miracles of Jesus by one of my favorite children's authors, Tommy DePaula. He's written some of my favorite stories, and he's written some beautiful stories about Jesus. The Miracles of Jesus by Tommy DePaula. And this week we're going to read two of the miracles. Each week we're going to read two miracles. Can everyone see? After Jesus of Nazareth was baptized, he began his public life, and he performed many miracles. Now, actually, I don't know about you, boys and girls, but I never really thought of it as once Jesus was baptized by John the Baptist, his cousin, that's when he started performing miracles. But once I heard it said that way, I thought, yeah, that does actually make sense. The first miracle that Jesus performs is called the wedding at Cana. There was a wedding at Cana in Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Jesus and his disciples were also invited. The wine for the wedding ran out, and Jesus' mother said to him, "They have no wine." And back in these times, to run out of wine at your wedding would be really embarrassing and would sort of say, oh, we didn't prepare well enough and we didn't have enough money to put on this wedding. So it'd be a really embarrassing thing to have happen. And Jesus answered, "Mother, why do you turn to me? My hour has not yet come." Then his mother went to the servants and said, "Do whatever Jesus tells you." Standing near were the stone jars used to hold water for the Jewish rites of purification. Each jar held 20 to 30 gallons. Jesus said to the servants, "Fill each jar with water." And they did as they were told. Then Jesus said, "Now, draw some out and take it to the steward." So the servants did as they were told. And then the steward tasted the water now turned into wine. He did not know where it came from, but the servants who had drawn the water did know where it came from. The steward called the bridegroom to him and said, "Most people serve the best wine first and save the cheaper wine until everyone has had plenty to drink. But you have kept the best wine until last." This, at Cana in Galilee, Thus, at Cana in Galilee, did Jesus begin his miracles, and his disciples believed in him. So, back in these times, after Jesus was baptized, he performed these miracles, and it helped people to believe in him. But they said, "Who is this man? He can perform these miracles like turning water into wine. He must be special. He must be the Son of God." But what makes you so special, boys and girls, is that you don't need to see these miracles, and yet you still believe. I still believe in God, and I haven't seen a miracle like that performed. So that's what makes your faith really special. Let's read about the second miracle that Jesus performed. The catch of fishes. Now, this is one of my favorite Bible stories. As Jesus was standing and preaching by the lake in Gennesaret, the people crowded around him to hear the word of God. Jesus noticed that two boats close to the edge of the water, for the fishermen had come ashore and were washing their nets. Jesus got into one of the boats, which belonged to Simon, and asked him to row a little from the shore. Then Jesus continued his teaching from his seat on the boat. When he'd finished speaking, Jesus said to Simon, "Put out into deep water and let down the nets for a catch." "Oh, Master," Simon said, "we worked hard all night and caught nothing, but if you say so, I will let the nets down." Simon and his men did this, and before they knew it, they had caught so many fish that their nets began to break. They called to their partners, and soon both boats were so full that they were in danger of sinking. Wow. When Simon saw this, he fell at Jesus' knees and cried, "Leave me, Lord, for I am a sinner." Now, why do you think that Simon says he's a sinner here? He says, "Leave me, Lord, for I am a sinner." I think that's what he's saying right there to Jesus. And I think why he's saying that is because he's saying, I'm a sinner because I didn't believe, I didn't trust in you. When you said to drop the nets, I said, okay, but I'll do it, but we're not going to catch anything because we've been working hard all day to catch it. And when Simon saw this, he said, "Leave me, Lord, for I am a sinner." And Simon and all his companions, including his partners, James and John, the sons of Zebedee, were astonished by the huge catch of fish they had made. Then Jesus said, "Simon, do not be afraid. From now on, you shall be catching men." And that's where the phrase, "you are a fisher of men." You'll be capturing men and women, not fish anymore, because you will show your love for me and you will capture other people's hearts. And they brought their boats back to land, left everything, and followed Jesus Christ. And so that's our second miracle, the catches of fishes. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed the first two miracles that Jesus performed after he was baptized in this book by Tommy DePaula. I'm Teacher Kate, and thank you for coming to Shawnee Presbyterian Church's virtual Sunday school. I love you all so much. Thank you for coming and learning more about Jesus' love for you. He lives in our hearts and our minds, and he's with us all the time. So remember, you can always pray to him, and he will be there listening to you. Have a great week, and be kind, be friendly, and be helpful in everything you do. Bye, boys and girls. I'll see you next week. Bye.